All right, you guys. So here in America, as if things weren't messy enough, things are getting messier. It looks like our government is about to shut down, which is honestly about the last thing that we need right now. But, it seems like we have some of the most immature leadership that this country has ever seen. It seems like mature leadership, actual adult leadership, is just too much to ask from either side in the U.S. It's absolutely disgusting that we are in this situation. I don't understand how we got here. There are so many amazing, intelligent, professional, just absolutely astounding American citizens, and we keep getting a lot of bottom of the barrel hog slop. I want to say, hey, thank you, Trev, for being here. I want to give a huge shout out to our brother Fred, U.S. Marines. I love you, brother. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for checking in. I think that we deserve better. I think that each and every American citizen deserves better. We're going to get into what's going on, but it looks like at midnight that our government shuts down, which is just insane to me. That these people can't get along on the most fundamental level for the good of the American people. I want to get into where we are, how we got here, and what you guys think we should do about this. Because this keeps happening over and over and over again. And I think it's time that it stops. I think it's time that we do something about this. So I think that we need to discuss this. Because this is getting absolutely redundant. This is every few months, it seems like, we go through this jump scare of, is the government going to shut down? Do we really even need a government at this point? Somebody asked what flavor of Monster this is. This is my favorite flavor, man. It's not a racial thing. It's a flavor thing. It's not because of the color. I know somebody's going to be like, Nazi, fascist, supremacist. Fuck you, buddy. This tastes like pineapple, so it makes my cums taste good, and I'm a gentleman. All right, let's get into this. I hate the name of this. Virtually no chance to avoid government shutdown.
We're going to be joined right now for more on this. Politico Congressional reporter Haley Fuchs. Haley, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Vox. You were just listening into that press conference along with us. The Democrats are saying the Republicans are unserious. The Republicans saying the Dems are hijacking this process. Who's right? Are they both?
I think we're seeing right now kind of the peak of congressional dysfunction as we're seeing Republicans blame Democrats, Democrats blame Republicans. It really, I think to a certain extent, both are right in that, everybody on Capitol Hill kind of bears some of the blame for.
Shocking that they would blame each other for not being able to get their job done. I don't know about you, but every job I've ever had, if I can't accomplish simple menial tasks that are quintessential to my job, like keeping the store open, keeping the business open, I wouldn't have a job anymore. I think it's crazy that these people have no fear of losing their jobs. Dominar said, when you're born, you get a ticket to a freak show. When you're born in America, you get a front row seat. George Carlin was absolutely before his time. I wish that he was alive today to hear what he had to say. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the AI version. Somebody did an AI where they had AI watch hundreds of hours of George Carlin's stuff and then give their opinion of what George Carlin would have to say about what's going on today. I think it came out last year, and it was pretty on point. It was pretty riveting. Joseph, thank you so much. Love you, homie. Big respect. Alex, I hope they shut it down for good and don't reopen it. Now, here's my issue. That affects our active duty military. That affects the payment of our veterans. That affects people getting paid for Social Security. There's a lot of people whose livelihoods and shit hang in the balance. And that's my main concern. Chris said, wood chipper for Prez. What is up, my guy? Thank you so much. It's wood chipper 2028 over here, y'all. This is the new merch, and it's at bunkerbranding.com. If you guys want to get it, check it out. We have it in white. We have it in black. We have hoodies. We have tank tops, t-shirts, and hats. I think it's lit. I like it a lot. Mike said, people leading the country are all throwing fits like 5-year-olds. Like, we need change. Yo, homie, absolutely, this is 5-year-old behavior coming from people at the top positions in our country. And it's gross, and I'm tired of being embarrassed like this on a national stage. It's crazy. Yo, 909 CV Diesel, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my brother. Big love and respect to you. Nefertiti said, hey, from the soon-to-be National Guard headquarters, Philadelphia. I hope all is well with you. I hate these shutdowns because it makes my dad nervous every time. He's a veteran and works for the government. Furloughs suck. So my dad is a veteran. He's on 100% disability. He's on Social Security. And that's literally what these people are playing with. Like it's some type of fucking game, homie. They play with people's lives like it's some type of game so that they can like get little sound bites and look cool. They should lose their jobs if they're not doing their jobs, man. Alex said, will the LDS sniper be gay for the stay in prison? Dude, that guy's fucked, bro. That guy's fucked. He might be gay against his will in prison, to be honest with you, homie. And it sucks because he's a veteran and everything. It's just such a nightmare, bro. I'm not making excuses for the dude at all whatsoever. But there's just so much heartbreak with that situation. It's so heartbreaking and tragic for everyone involved. That dude, I don't even know what to say, man. The greatest noob. I swear the leaders on the left and some on the right have collectively only 2 brain cells and they are fighting for 4th place. Absolutely, bro. Yo, my dude, Drone Shenanigans. Respects to the one and only JD Delay, bro. Respects to you. I love you, brother. If you guys aren't following Drone Shenanigans, you absolutely should. This dude goes out with his drones. He gets amazing footage of overwhelmingly peaceful protests, aka riots. He gets great footage of literally everything, man. Dude is an absolute solid rock star. Rockstar818, always love your videos, JD. Glad you're able to keep some sort of balance with what you cover. Unlike every other person I see online, the world is going wild right now and we need level heads. Be safe. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that you see that and that you would give me that respect and just recognizing what I'm trying to do here. I want to stay morally consistent, not loyal to a party. So when I see anything from either side that I think is fucky, I'm going to call out the fuckiness, bro. Mason Murphy, the thing that sucks is you can't change the far left's minds. You can't even question them without being called a Nazi, a fascist, a racist. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, you lean super far right. No, I just have common sense and I want to question things and I want to be able to talk about shit. And every time somebody wants to just question and talk about shit, they either brand you as someone that they want to kill or they Charlie Kirk your ass, which is crazy. John Holvey said, see what Cancun Cruz said about protecting Chomos? I did not see that yet, but I did see some comments about it. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm not sure exactly what he said. I'm not a huge Cruz fan, bro. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. There's a couple things in his entire career that I've seen that I thought were based, but like him running to Cancun, the way that he's always just King Israel. I don't really like the dude at all. So I want to look at it with an objective lens, but I haven't seen it, so I'm not educated enough to make a determination on it. Darth Knox, need kicked out to last if no ballot budget. Bro, Knox, this is what I'm saying. If they can't quite simply keep the government going, there's no reason any of them need to have a job. They all need to be replaced. Dominar said, suppose you're an idiot. I could try that. And suppose you're a member of Congress, but I repeat myself, Mark Twain. Is that really Mark Twain, dog? No fucking way that's really Mark Twain. Are you kidding me? Bro, Twain was so based. Dog, yeah. Richard, what's up, man? For the longest time, I've been preaching we need government reform because our laws, justice system, and overall legality has been corrupted beyond any form of repair. I love the wood chipper, but I chant government reform. Well, the wood chipper party is here to bring government reform, to bring justice, to bring peace and unity in the universe. The wood chipper goes, brrrr. Sorry, I know I'm stupid. But I have fun. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. You guys are my social circle.
Kind of what we're going into right now.
Yeah, obviously the blame game, and you heard the polling there from Chuck Schumer kind of at the end. And we're expecting this tonight, all likelihood that it is going to be a shutdown. Would there be any case where we avoid it?
There's virtually no chance at this point that we're avoiding a shutdown. It really comes down to how long is this going to go? And, we'll see.
And Haley, let's get into some of the sticking points because Democrats continue to...
Did she just say there's no way that we're avoiding a shutdown? It's really just a matter of how long we shut down? That's horrible. I don't like that at all. Holy fucking clown show.
Lean into that 114% number where people will start getting those increases in the premiums due to the cuts from the one big beautiful bill. What are both sides arguing? The Democrats saying that healthcare is becoming too expensive. Can you lay the groundwork for both sides right now?
Mm-hmm. So Republicans want to pass what they're calling a clean CR. So a continuation of government funding that doesn't include any sort of other policy demands. Democrats want to extend subsidies for healthcare that are set to expire at the end of the year. Republicans say, we're willing to negotiate. We want to do those negotiations after kind of we fund the government. Democrats say we're not willing to fund the government unless you commit to extending these healthcare subsidies.
Hold on. So they say they're willing to negotiate, but we need to do what we need to do to keep the government open right now. And they're using a government shutdown as leverage to get their way. So they're willing to put people's Social Security, our active duty military, our veterans, anybody who's disabled, they're willing to put all those people's livelihoods and lives at risk so that they can use all of that as leverage to get their fucking way. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. I want to see. I'm disgusted. Here is a good friend of ours. V, what is up? Love you, JD. Mods is always doing your thing. Keep pushing and seeking for truths. We definitely trust everything our government says. We trust the government, especially the FBI and the CIA and the other agencies that watch me on a daily basis. We love federal agencies. And we love you, V. Thank you so much. Zombie Tom Media, from what I've seen, the Dems are wanting $1.5 trillion for healthcare for illegals, and Trump is saying hell no. I don't know about you guys. I don't think we should be taking $1.5 trillion to give for healthcare for people who aren't legal citizens. Does anybody feel like that's something that we should be doing? Let me know in the comments. As a visually impaired person, this would affect me. Fatal massacre. See, right there. Right there. No one is illegal on stolen land. Wicket, you're special. You're special. Welcome to 2025, my guy. Welcome to 2025. Do you understand that the history of the world and the way nations were built, everything is stolen land, my G. Land has gone through hand over hand over hand over hand. This is not new, buddy. There's a different drum you could bang that would be a lot more intelligent. Schumer and company want to give $1 trillion to illegals for health care. Trump and JD told him to go jump up a goat's ass. Did they actually use that verbiage? Because I could almost see them being at the point where they say that type of shit. Kelly said, this is conquered land. Get over it. We won, they lost. See, Miss Ho said, stolen. It was bought and paid for fair and square. Okay, so Joel said, getting old, essential worker for the government here. Last time we worked for an IOU, when everyone furloughed got a paid vacation when the government restarted. Hopefully there's some good plops willing to fight for us. Yes! The plops and the pepperbacks must unite. I almost said peckerbacks, bro. Peckerbacks sounds way more sus than pepperbacks. Chris said, JD needs some bigger sizes on that merch, my guy. That is actually not up to me. I talked to the people at Bunker Branding about it. And, you know, you would think one of their top selling people, the fat electrician, might be able to get it done. I don't know. I talked to him. I haven't heard back yet. Here's to hoping, Chris. L. Derpington. I think this is why the left uses a donkey as their party symbol. They're such an ass to work with. Well, we're definitely not getting anything done, and that's a problem. Richard said, all this does is confirm my chant, reformation. And I would agree that we need serious reforms in this country. Things are not working anymore. Raul, have a Japan trip. This affects my passport process. See, there are so many people coming in and telling us all the different ways that a government shutdown is going to negatively impact their life because people want to put their feet in the sand and not do what's right for the American people in the jobs that they were hired to do. Rockstar, what's up? I wish we could just get back to cowboy days where at the very least we could seclude to our own bubbles and be left alone to raise or hunt our own food on a few acres, live with the land, not covered in concrete. And here's the thing is like, if you want to collect rainwater now, the government's going to come after you. If you want to try to fucking homestead now, the government's going to be making it difficult for you. I was talking with, do you guys know who Article 15, JT from Black Rifle Coffee Company? You know who he is? Amazing dude. I was talking with him about homesteading last night. I was talking with him about, survival and prepping last night. I think everybody who has the ability to do that should be doing that. I know that I am. Henry Defense and Customs, Lucas, what's good, my dude? Hey, JD, I sent an email to your Leviathan group about a sponsorship collab about self-defense, given all the recent bullshit in the world. Man, that is dope. If Leviathan doesn't get back to you, get at me directly and I will take it to them, bro, because I would love to work with you. John Holvey said, if you get the opportunity, JD, watch A Clockwork Orange from 1971 and you will see how it's applicable to today's society and the issues facing us all. I have seen Clockwork Orange, but it has been so long, my guy. The last time I saw it, I was on a lot of LSD. I was literally frying my balls off, dog. And we watched that movie, and that's a rough watch on L, bro. When the walls are breathing and your face is melting, it's a hard watch. I need to rewatch that. Thank you for the recommendation. Donnie Drum, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language, and this is a quote from Ronald Reagan. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Ronald Reagan said that during his presidency. That tells us everything. You know, and people give me shit about having a Ronald Reagan shirt, but that dude said a lot of based shit, man. Second Fleet Annual. My people still have their original lands because we weren't savage nomads attacking innocent people. Based. Fucking based, my man. Fucking based. Jason Redmond. JD, you are the wood chipper messiah. You fucking rock, dude. Homie, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here tonight with us, Jason. And Jack White, what's up, my guy? Thank you so much. This, JD, is why so many are having issues staying peaceful and going through the system to fix this stuff. This shutdown is going to heat things up politically, and we are tired of the games regardless of the party. Tired of the games regardless of the party. We are tired of the games regardless of the party. Thank you for putting that so eloquently. I 100% agree with you, my guy. Martinez, cool girl. I love you, sis. Can we lock him up in jail for each day the budget doesn't get passed? That is a tremendous idea. I think we should actually do that. I think that's a tremendous idea. Until y'all figure it out, lock them all in a cell together. And you know what I'm saying? Turn off the cameras. Whoever comes out alive only comes out when they have the budget balanced and everything's passed. And then anybody who ends up mysteriously expiring needs to be replaced. I mean, just lock them in a fucking cell till they figure it out. Jesse XY, first live here. Love your content. Huge supporter. Jesse, thank you so much for being here with us, sis. I appreciate you. The lives are my favorite part because this is where I get to know you. You get to know me. It's not just me talking at a camera. This is my favorite part. I love this. You guys are literally the people that I go to hang out. You're my social circle, is this community. And this community educates me every single time I come on a live. I learn new things. I get to meet cool people. I love you guys. Mischief Maker says, Dame Verins and Shayna Bathory to fix Congress. Okay, I don't know who either of those people are. So I will have to educate myself. Thank you for giving me a direction. Donovan Bowen, JD DeLay for president and the wood chipper for the Department of Justice. Dog, they ain't ready. They ain't ready for me, dog. I love you, though. Chris Green, as a former contractor for the government, there's a reason I'm unemployed now and looking for work. They don't care about us. I repeat, they don't care about us. And the citizens should not let them I didn't want to play the games, and the citizens should not let them either. Respect, my guy. Respect. Nefertiti said, speaking of prepping, you should check out a book called The Book. It's a giant, beautiful book that breaks down how to on many levels and aspects of civilization from the beginning of modern times. I genuinely appreciate that, and I'm going to be checking that out. I'm Itch Money 15. I love your channel, big fan. Can we get a shirt that says Chomo Chipper? First off, I just want to correct you lovingly. This isn't a channel, this is all of our community. I know most people consider their YouTube to be a channel. I consider it to be our community. And I will absolutely come up with a dope design for the Chomo Chipper, my man. Hell yes. Dominar said they should take away 1 week of their pay for every day of shutdown and see how fast things get done. If there were any type of fucking consequences for them to not get their job done, we wouldn't be seeing this. But it's their money, their pay that they get. Look at what these people are fucking making, my guy. What they're making compared to what their net worth is, it's obvious they don't care about their salaries. I think setting them in a prison cell until they figure it out. All of them. With like 2 toilets, bro. Here's a dude's toilet. There's a woman's toilet. Sink at the top. Get treated like a criminal because you're robbing the American people blind. You don't come out till you get it fixed. Mischief Maker. Both slap fight champs. Nice. I like it. We need more people slapping each other in there, I feel like. Never with teeth. I love your name, dog. Paid into taxes since 1988. Tired of being robbed. I want my tax money back from these thieves. I mean the government. I knew exactly who you meant. And honestly, if they can't do their jobs, they need to keep their hands out of our fucking pockets, bro. Big facts. Jesse said, same here, dude. Going live is my social hour, but not this site. But seriously, your content opens my mind to many possibilities. I request a crop top I sent you on Instagram. Okay, I will check that out. You know, crop tops for dudes are coming back. Should I make crop tops for dudes and chicks? You know what I'm saying? Like the hoochie daddy shorts and the crop. No, it's winter. That's stupid. That's stupid. But I will look at that, sis. Leo Lionheart, or lock them in the Congress chambers till they pass the budget. Hopefully they don't give the left $1 trillion for illegals health care. My guy, whatever they come to, it's not going to affect them, but we are going to get fucked. Whatever it is that they come to that is their compromise, it is us that's going to end up getting fucked, man. Not them. They're not going to lose a wink of sleep over this.
And it feels like, obviously, that clean CR, the 24-page document that they want to pass, just continue to move on, that's also a sticking point for Democrats because they want it done now because people will have to make decisions in October and November for insurance. Why now? Why is this the point that Democrats are really holding their ground?
I think potentially there's some signs that Republicans might be willing to really negotiate on this to extend this. And I think that they hope it's something that voters can really feel as they try and to, kind of better their perception of voters right now, and how.
I'm going to pause this real quick and address this. Donnie Drum, don't make hoochie daddy shorts unless you wear them too. You guys see me from like here. I'm going to tell you a secret. I be wearing them hoochie daddy shorts, bro. I be wearing them danger shorts, bro. You know what I'm saying? The ones that, like, if you move too fast in the wrong way, some nuts dangle. I be wearing them shits, dog. I like them. I be getting a bunch from Combat Iron Apparel. They call them Ranger panties. I love hoochie daddy shorts, bro. Ever since I hated them until I moved to Florida, and then I got accustomed to like flip-flops and no shirt or tank tops and hoochie daddy shorts. I don't like being here in Oregon because I can only wear that shit comfortably outside a few months out of the year. I'd wear it all year round, bro. I wish I could just be in Florida mode all the time.
There's certainly an issue that voters care about.
And I want to ask you, because we talk about this, and Senator John Thune said the Republicans on the House, they don't really have much to do. They've already kind of moved it through. The Senate is where we're going to be focusing. Will they present a vote tonight? Is that something we expect to at least get the Democrats on record?
So yeah, they're gonna vote tonight, but it almost certainly will fail. They're not going to have the 60 votes to have it pass the Senate, and so likely in the next few days we'll see negotiations kind of ongoing.
You want to know who I bet on the Democratic side is definitely going to vote in favor of not shutting the government down? John Fetterman. That motherfucker is based, bro. John Fetterman is based. He just came out, his own people are attacking him right now because he came out with a statement saying that he will not be calling people who disagree with him a Nazi or a fascist. And that if you want a Democrat who's going to do that, it ain't going to be him, dog. That's not his get down. I like that dude. I think he's based. You know what I'm saying? I like Ro Khanna. I don't know how he's going to vote on this, but he's going ecstatically after these Epstein files. He seems to be middle ground, and he'll literally speak with you. And you can question him. And he has reasons for the things that he believes. Whether you agree with them or not, he can back up his beliefs. So, like, those are two of the best Democrats that we have right now, in my personal opinion. John Fetterman and Ro Khanna. Somebody, Kelly P just said Fetterwoman. You know, Fetterman is based, bro. He goes in and he walks around in shorts and hoodies, bro. Like, they had to make a whole dress code because he wouldn't wear suits, bro. Like, he's pretty based. I like that, dude. So you put me on silent, bro? Shane, if you were on silent, I wouldn't be able to see you right now, guy. Come on, man. A little smarter, a little quicker on the updraw.
And we also heard from Thune saying that they will negotiate while the government is open. Do we expect those talks to break off at midnight? Will there be any conferences between the two sides even after a shutdown happens?
I think we really have no idea what's going to happen tonight at midnight and over the next few days. We're in kind of uncharted territory in some ways in the politics of 2025 and kind of what's going to be a government shutdown.
And I was hoping you could provide some clarity because it was the senator from Washington, Patty Murray, that talked about sometimes Republicans say a noun, a verb, and then illegal immigrant, as they've been continuing to talk about the fact that undocumented people might be getting health care. What is going on there? There's a law that says that doesn't happen. Where did that come from? Chuck Schumer says it's a lie. Just where's the genesis of that?
Mm-hmm. I think Republicans have found this to be a kind of poignant political tool to say that Democrats are, protecting undocumented people. And immigration was an issue that motivated many voters in the 2024 election. And so Trump has really tried to cast this fight in terms of undocumented people.
Yeah, they continue to lean on that immigration topic. I do want to put up a post right now from our Fox News Capitol Hill reporter, Chad Pergram, who was speaking to a lawmaker, a Virginia representative, Morgan Griffith, on.
So what if we all just fucking stop paying taxes, dude? What if we all just stop paying taxes? Can they put us all in prison? Pretty sure they don't have any way to put us all in prison. What if we all just say, hey, we're not doing this anymore. Fuck all y'all. Fuck what you talking about. What if we all just stop paying them? Mason Murphy, how do you feel about eye for an eye for murder? It depends, bro. I think murder's a tricky one. I think I think executions for people who commit sexually based crimes is a real life thing. But there's a lot of people who are in prison for murder where it was a self-defense situation or where they were going out to do something. Like I got a friend in prison for murder right now who has been in there for like 28 years, dude, at this point. Because when he was 17, he killed a pedophile. I side with him. I fucking side with him, homie. Murder, there's justifiable reasons to commit murder. Like if somebody rapes a kid. But there's never a justifiable reason for raping somebody. So for me, you know, I don't know about that. Raul said, mutual combat. Fuck yeah. I think honestly that the world has gotten way too pussy. I think when we have disagreements, sometimes when two dudes have a disagreement, they need to take that outside, bro. Step outside, handle the business. Donnie said, don't make them hoochie daddy shorts unless you wear them too. I'll be wearing them hoochies. King of the Road said, just found your channel recently. Been sober 13 years from alcohol. Got my life together. Got my CDL. And now I'm a truck driver. Thanks for the amazing content. Thank you for blazing the trail that I am walking on today, my dude. Thank you for being in this recovery with me. We are all in this together, bro. I love you, my man. Megan McKissick said, do you think Charlie Kirk is still alive? I do not believe Charlie Kirk is still alive. I do not. Joanne said, you should make your own brand of sunglasses and call them delay shades or something. That's something I'd be into because I don't know if you noticed. I hella like sunglasses. Sitting under these lights, I get migraines without them. So they're actually necessary for my very survival. But I would love to make some shades, man. Jim Brown. Hey, man, we need you for Prime Minister here in Canada. Jim, I would love to come up there and do something. They won't even let me cross the border, bro. Because of my felony convictions, they won't even let me cross the border. Luckily, I got to go to Canada when I was a kid. Don't know that I'll ever be able to go. It sucks. Armored Viper, flip-flops, singlet shorts, ball cap, bro. You are an honorary Australian already. Yeah, Fetterman, how is that a Democrat that has two strokes makes the most sense out of their party? What in the actual fuck? First off, thank you for giving me the honorary Australian thing. That means a lot to me. I love Australia, and I love Australians, dog. It's another place that I wish I could go to, but due to my felony entanglements, they won't let me show up, bro. It's a bummer, because I'd love to come kick it with y'all, man. Y'all are the shit. Canucks fan, now that Antifa is officially a domestic terrorist organization, does that mean the U.S. government can start using deadly force against them? Well, I mean, if you look at what they're doing to, like Tren de Aragua, when they're trying to bring drugs into the country and shit, they're just gunning those boats the fuck down, bro. They're just bombing those boats. I tried to put a video out on YouTube with the kill cams when they were bombing them shits, bro. And YouTube was like, you're high as fuck. Absolutely not. So I had to put it over on the Patreon. But I don't know. There might be some actual legal precedent for that. I'm not advocating for killing American citizens, though. I'm advocating for taking them off the fucking streets. I'm advocating, from my experience, and you guys are going to see this when this video drops tomorrow. It was supposed to drop tonight. We ran into some technical difficulties with my editor, but it's going to be worth the wait, and it's going to be better for the wait. But when you see this video of what happened when I went to this Antifa riot in Portland the other night, you might have seen Nick Shirley's video. I was in there for a second. I got a lot more footage of that. You guys are going to see these people are unhinged. They're not well. They're definitely domestic terrorists. I think some of them need asylums, and I think some of them need prison. But the majority of them should not be on the fucking streets at all whatsoever. They are a danger. Vincent, thank you so much, my guy. Vincent said, got to make pedophile sweater sick. And thank you, JD. Love you, bro. I appreciate you. Sal Diaz said, did you see Maxi Pad Waters? Did I miss one? I did miss one. Hold on. Did you see Maxi Pad Waters lost her mind when she was asked about medical coverage for illegals? I did not, bro. I did not see that. Maybe they'll show a clip of it here in a second. But I'm not surprised. Sephiroth, look at what Ted Cruz said just defending pedophiles. I need to look at that. I've had multiple people tell me to look at that. I'm going to look at that when we get through this video. I want to see what's going on with the government shutdown. Then we're going to look up what Ted Cruz said about defending pedophiles. Krusty Shackelford, I promise if we all stopped paying taxes, stopped voting, the outcome would be the same. You probably got a good point there, brother. Love you, Rusty. Kinky Ink Nails, thank you so much. Love you, family. Leo Lionheart, we should definitely reinstall dueling laws. Dueling, yeah. Second Fleet Actual, just crossed the border illegally and claimed to be a Muslim. Kanakistan will roll out the red carpet. Yeah, I'm here as a refugee from Turkestan. And I demand free health care and I want free housing. Mighty Ant said, how dumb was that Hegseth meeting today? I thought most of what he said was based, bro. I think that if you are going to be in a position where you are in life or death situations and other people are relying on your fitness and your ability to be ready to be able to do your job, I think having standards is mandatory. I think it's retarded that we got to a place in our country where they lowered the standards for some people because those people become instant liabilities, my man. Adam Steger said, exorbitant wealth and the desire for power go hand in hand. The highest echelon of elites wants to control the masses, and everything they have in place to distract and divide is working perfectly. Bro, there has been so much crazy shit going on. It sure does seem like there's a lot of distractions cracking. Cody Arthur, I truly appreciate the energy you give out, man. I'm currently 9 years sober and struggling through a bullshit case right now. Cody, I love you. Stay steadfast in your recovery. I've seen so many miracles happen when people keep just taking that next step in the right direction. I know you've been in this longer than I have, so I'm sure you've seen the same things. Know that you're not alone, and we're all with you, brother. Big love and respect, and you'll be in my prayers. Munchies! What up, my dude? JD, my ginger brother, just saying what's up. Saw a video of you in Portland. Looked insane. Yeah, man, so I don't know if you saw Nick Shirley's video. That's a good friend of mine. Love Nick. Everybody should subscribe to Nick. There's a few seconds that he put of our interaction and when we were completely surrounded by trans Tifa domestic terrorists. But I have a lot more footage and that should be coming out tomorrow. It's pretty nuts, bro. It's pretty nuts. Miguel said, hey, JD, did you hear about the murder of the 22-year-old woman, Logan Frederico? She was viciously murdered by Alexander Dickey, who had 25 felonies. It's funny you should mention that, my man, because I was in the process of uploading a video of the father speaking about that. Have you seen the father's speech? I didn't even have anything to say after it, bro. It brought tears to my eyes. It hurt my heart to hear that father talk about the loss of his daughter and wanting to do what was right to protect other kids. We'll be doing more stories on that, but hearing that father speak as a father, as somebody who's lost a child, it hit me right in the feels, bro. I went a wet one, bro. I have pretty pink feelings when it comes to people losing kids, man. It just gets me right in the gut. Dominar said, hey, JD, how is Jax doing? Will she be co-hosting with you soon? How is your mother doing? Will you have her co-host also? So my mom was in the emergency room for a minute yesterday. I love my mother so dearly. She has been an absolute soldier in my life for so long, and she's okay. It seems like she pulled something a muscle or something and was having difficulty breathing. I will be honest with you, now that I'm in my twilight years, I often will wound myself and pull stuff just by sleeping. It's crazy. But she's doing well. Jax is doing well. She is just absolutely being the best mother that she can be. You know, school started and there's been a lot of stuff she's had to take care of. You know, when you have special needs kids, it's really important. So she would love to come back and co-host soon. I'm just not sure exactly when that's going to be because she is nonstop taking care of the kids. Twilight Jones, what is up, homie? I love you, bro. Yes, watch Penguin Zero's video on Ted Cruz. Is it like an hour-long video? Or does he have a shorter version that we can get into, homie? I would love to watch it. Billy McFly said, Billy McFly 90 said, when do we get the Grady video? Love you, brother. So my editor was working on the Grady video, and then I was like, hey, bro, I'm going to Portland to do this Antifa thing. And he was like, oh, bet. I'm going to come with you, and I'm going to make sure that we get the good shots. And then I had some of my veteran buddies hit me up, and they were like, yo, if you're going to that, bro, you're not going alone. We want to go with you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm just going to tell you this. Having multiple people there that were veterans really pissed off these people. They got really fucking mad, dog. Really fucking mad really quickly. When you see what happened, it's fucking nuts. Electric Ninja. Ted Cruz obviously misspoke. He wasn't actually defending pedos, you dorks. And that's why I don't jump in. I want to see context. I want to see what the man actually said. I don't like the dude. I'll pretext this by saying I don't like the dude. And I have no skin in the game in protecting him. But I want to see it with my own eyes and hear it with my own ears before I pass any judgment. Mighty Ant. Dearborn has been like that since before COVID. Has it really? Has Dearborn really been like that since before COVID? I feel for the people of Dearborn right now. Wayward Son, did you see the video about Jolly Gingivitis falling after getting into it with someone playing the national anthem? I just saw it today and it's hilarious. Look, before he got super angry and political, before he got super mean and spiteful, when he was just doing tea videos and he was fun and he was laughing and he was actually jolly, me and Jolly talked regularly. Me and Jolly really did talk on a regular basis. And then he just got really angry and really super political and really spiteful. And so I just distanced myself from him. And the thing is, I did see that. It was Cameron Higbee. And Jolly was reaching for Cam's Bluetooth speaker. And I think Cam just kind of defensively did like that. And Jolly took an absolute tumble. I have no ill will towards Jolly, but I'm sure with the way that he's turned, I don't know that he would say the same about me. I just wish that he would be more middle ground and be more about discussing things rather than constantly attacking people. You know what I'm saying? I have friends on the left and I have friends on the right, and I love them, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It's rough to see. Tim Allen Donkey Show. I only like Ted Cruz when the top down. Ted Cruz with the top down. Let's see. Trev said, Kiki Nails, I guess modding is an autism trait. All my homies are a little bit tistic, bro. I'm just going to let you know right now. Reese said, JD, a homie that speaks out for the silent people. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. Electric Ninja said, common mistake among politicians when they have concrete plans to travel. Not saying it's okay, but it's common. Yeah, I mean, it was really bad timing. You know, you could say the same thing about the mayor of LA. What is her name? Karen Bass? But they knew that fire was going to happen. So, you know, it kind of might be what it might be. We're going to get back into that, and we're going to check out what Ted Cruz said we're going to wrap this and just get an idea of what's going on with this government shutdown.
Talking about this and kind of calling out the Democrats for their strategy. He said every day that this goes by, you're going to see the president laying off people, shutting down problems that he doesn't care for. And I think, like some of the programs, I think it's illogical. I think it's one of the worst political decisions I've seen in my lifetime. Chuck Schumer was asked about this, concerns over other government entities, agencies being shuttered during the shutdown. Is that a real possibility?
It really is. And ironically enough, the reason that Democrats decided not to force a shutdown earlier this year was because they didn't want to give the Trump administration power to kind of do these mass firings in the midst of a shutdown. And so, it's unclear what Trump and Russ Vought, who's the director of OMB, will do. As we enter shutdown.
Yeah, do we have some sort of timeline? Because is it a week that this gets obviously very dire? Is it a month? What kind of timeline are we looking at where this could obviously extend to, but also cause the most damage potentially?
I think it's really anybody's guess at this point on how long this lasts. There have been previous shutdowns that have gone, days or sometimes longer than a month. So we'll see.
All right, Haley with Politico, thank you so much for joining us. Any parting words, anything else that we're missing? Because
I don't really care. Basically, what they're saying is that a government shutdown is unavoidable. It's a matter of how long our government's going to be shut down and how much damage to the American people is going to happen while they figure out their shit, while they're on the American people's dime. Let's see if we can find this Penguin Zero video about Ted Cruz. Oh, there we go.
I just saw a very wild clip. Politicians are no strangers to weird takes, but what Ted Cruz just said is so shocking. I actually can't believe this is real. I double-checked if this was like AI or like a bad lip-reading video or something dubbed over. It's not. He said it with his whole chest.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Okay. So that was crazy, right? Like, that was crazy. Hold on. Woo!
Stop attacking pedophiles.
Nope.
We all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles. Bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C.
Did he not catch that? Like, I don't think that he meant to say that. I don't think, and here's the thing, is I don't fucking like the dude, you guys. I don't like the dude. I'm not glazing. But, I mean, he just a minute ago said, let's stop rape. And then he was like, let's stop attacking let's stop murder, let's stop rape, let's stop attacking I don't think he meant what he actually said. But that was crazy as fuck that he didn't catch it either. What do you guys think? I'm looking at the comments right now. Do you think that he misspoke? Or do you think that he wants people to stop attacking pedophiles? Nobody will ask and avenge anybody. Like, what do you guys think? I think he misspoke. I don't think he meant it, but let's ask him. I think he did misspoke. You have to keep listening to get the whole context. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go and we're gonna listen to more. I just want to get some more ideas from what you guys think. I think he misspoke. I think he's old as fuck. Old as fuck, bro. He's like 30 years younger than Trump. Stop attacking pedophiles means stop them. I don't know. I mean, if he would have said we need to stop pedophiles, I'd have been like, based, dog, even though I don't really particularly like you. A lot of people say that they think he misspoke. Let's continue to listen. Let's give him context here.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Oh,
I want
it's
you to look
ugly.
at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C.
What incarnation? Pardon me? Can we roll that back, put it on the Jumbotron, please? There's no way he just said that out loud, right? What a crazy Freudian slip. Or maybe not even a Freudian slip. It looks like he is reading off a piece of paper for his monologue here. He might have wrote that down as like a really strong stamp that he needs to get across here about people need to come together to stop attacking pedophiles. What? Teddy, sweaty and ready out here trying to defend pedophiles or some shit? Man, those Epstein files are never coming out, huh? Heavens to Betsy. Now, you have to imagine that's not what he meant to say.
Do you think he meant stop protecting pedophiles? I'm a little bit disconfuculated here. That's a big whoopsie fucksies to be saying in front of all those people with those cameras rolling, dead ass into his microphones. Stop attacking pedophiles. The fuck? Holy shit, my guy.
So you would think that he'd pretty quickly scramble to set the record straight so there's no confusion on where he stands. I don't think he wants to be known as Ted Stop Attacking Pedophiles Cruz.
Do you think he was reading off like a teleprompter and somebody was like, oh, let's fuck Ted up. This dude's an asshole. Let's fucking, here, type this in real quick. And then he was just reading and he's like, stop attacking pedophiles. I wonder if somebody did that to him and he was reading off a teleprompter.
But he never goes back to, like, explain what he tried to express. Also, nobody in the room challenges him on it. Like, hey, Ted, quick question before moving on. Did you mean what you said at the end there? Like you said, stop murder? Okay, good, yeah, all right. And then stop rape.
Somebody said, so Darth Vader said the Jews paid him to say that. So here's the thing, like, honestly, like, bro, if you saw the fucking interview that he did with Tucker Carlson, you'll see a whole lot of why, like, I don't fuck with the dude, bro. I don't fuck with the dude. He's really up Israel's ass, and I don't like a lot of the manipulations that Israel has on the U.S. government. I don't fuck with it, bro. So, it's a little bit crazy that he would say that. He was in Congress, there's no teleprompters. Okay, so that just came straight out of him. That just came out of him.
All right, good, yeah, no, rape's bad. Let's stop that. And then you said,
Bill, resident idiot, check this guy talking's computer. Do you mean check my hard drive, sweetie? Are words hard for you, Bill? Do you need the binky? Do you need the binky? There's a little binky that says JD hurt my feelers. You want a little... Do you need the binky, Bill? You want to get it from the nipple, Bill? You give it a little... Did JD hurt your feelings? All right, I'm done. Let's get back to it.
stop attacking pedophiles, and I couldn't help but be confused because, well, attacking pedophiles is good. Like, that needs to happen more often. In fact, I'd argue we don't attack pedophiles enough. So what did you mean there at the end, Ted?
Based, my brother, in penguins. Absolutely. Attack more. Well, I can't. I don't think we should. I'm not trying to incite violence. Oh, okay, Bill. The guy in the video you're showing. Okay, Bill. I apologize to Bill. I brought out the binky too soon. Bill, I retract the binky, and I love you, bro. I think we should check everyone in Congress and the Senate's hard drives. So yes, okay. Sorry I got that fucked up, buddy. I love you, man. My bad.
But there is not a soul in this building
Sorry, Bill.
that says anything about it, not even a peep. So they just move on.
Robbery fell by 57%. Homicide fell by 58%. Sex abuse fell by 40%. Those are real results. And Detective Pemberton?
Goober just carries on business as usual, as if nothing is abnormal about what he's just stated.
Sorry, Bill. Love you, Bill. It's crazy that dude never clarified shit. Like, somebody said you got to watch the whole thing for the context. When does the context arrive, bro? When does he make it better? When does old boy make it better? Sorry, Bill. I feel really bad that I went after Bill with the pacifier, man. I feel bad, Bill. I love you, Bill. I didn't mean it. Forgive me, Bill. I didn't mean to say pacifier to you. No pinky for Bill. So, yeah. Yo, hey, AMF, the stolen people, stolen land, dude. Like, you tagged me in a Facebook post to link up with the guy who was saying that. So check it out. In my footage, I have footage of me and him meeting and talking to each other that night shortly before that happened. That dude is based as fuck. So this dude was trolling Antifa. He's a black dude, and he went up to some of the same people that were freaking out on us and calling us white supremacists, calling us Nazis, calling us cops and feds. And he went after them later and was walking in circles around him going, stolen people, stolen land, stolen people, stolen land. And then he started making monkey sounds. Hoo, 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 at these people. And they started freaking out. But they didn't attack him the way they came after us because he's not white. He's not pasty of complexion. And I didn't go down there inciting. I didn't go down there and get in anybody's face. The main thing that I did was went and put a microphone up to him and said, hey, man, do you want to tell us why you're here? What do you think is wrong in our country? Why are you here? We'd love to hear from you. And they were like, you're a Nazi. Ugh. Clearly, they're retarded. But this dude went after him, and it was fucking amazing. Sorry, Bill.
No one in the room says anything about it, not even a whisper. That's crazy to me. Now, I attempted to do the impossible of putting together the jigsaw puzzle that is Ted Cruz's enigmatic mind, but that's like dividing by zero. I can't quite figure it out. I tried to understand like what he wanted to say, but fumbled.
Dark Knight, they hit Nick in the back of the head, Nick Shirley. They attacked 2 women. They attacked a 10-year-old girl. 4 men were assaulted that I've seen. And I'm sure more stuff happened that I haven't seen with my own eyes. 2 women, a 10-year-old girl, 4 men on top of Nick. So that's 5. They were down there full-on domestic terrorism mode. Where do you see this video I'm dropping tomorrow? It's insane.
Based on the slide that he pulls up, which is stats, robbery, homicide, sex abuse. Homicide ties into the first thing he said about stopping murder. But then the second thing he says about stopping rape, well, that ties into sex abuse. The third thing, robbery, is not anything he ever said about stopping. So where the fuck does the word pedophile even come from? And how does the word attacking pedophiles even squeak out from between his foul butt cheeks?
His foul butt cheeks. I gotta say, bro, I don't understand how he made that fucking misnomer, bro. I don't know how he misspoke on that. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't see where that jumped in. That was a weird one for me. V's damn horse rescue said, this one's for the mods. Y'all the best. Y'all shout out to the mods. Absolutely love our mods. They are the only reason that we are able to have a cool, calm, collected live so often. They put in the work and we love them. Big shout to Dr. Dre. Big shout to Trev. I believe that I saw my sister Sarah Beamer up in this bitch. Love you guys. Joseph, thank you so much. Yo, I do believe Penguin Zero has a 5-minute video about the Ted Cruz situation. Keep up the great work, brother. That's how behind I am. Sorry, brother. Go Griever. All blue programs shuttered. I mean, until, bro, like, listen, man, if the veterans and our active duty military and people on Social Security aren't going to get paid, I 100%, I agree. Shut everything down. Kubija, you're not liberal or conservative. Is that because you don't like being politically associated, or you don't think liberals have got anything right? Here's the thing, is I personally don't like being involved in saying that I'm one side or the other, because I like to be morally consistent. I like to be able to look at both sides, and when one side's doing something fucky, I like to be able to say, hey, that's fucky. When one side does something that's good, I like to be able to say, hey, that's good. Like I just gave a shout out to John Fetterman and Ro Khanna. I feel like it would be disingenuous of me to say that I'm aligned with the political party. Now, if I did, it would be easy for me to garner more support because the vast majority of Americans are on one side or the other, you guys. So if I were to just commit and say, hey, I'm full on a conservative now, I would get a lot more support from conservatives. I like to err on the side of common sense, moral consistency, and really I'm for the American people and the Constitution, not a political party. Go Griever said, I'm sure Trump makes sure they don't get paid. I'd love to see it. BG said, will NORAD still be following Santa on radar for Christmas during the shutdown? Probably not, but God forbid. I hope that we don't go that long, man. Deadly Hippie Adventures! So some bureaucrat who gets fired is going to have to get a real job. I mean, they're so uber rich at this point off of the illegal trading that they've done and all of the backwater deals that they've done to get money. None of those people are probably ever going to have to work again. Deadly Hippie Adventures. Was the not attacking pedos maybe him quoting something else? It didn't seem like it. But your guess is as good as mine at this point. Nate's Memes. Bring the Alaskan Avenger on live stream and ask him. I do believe he's off ban now, you guys. I do believe Sunday night, I believe he came back. Dominar said, some people have no idea what they're doing, and a lot of them are really good at it. George Carlin! Yes! Love you, bro. Gary said, maybe he has Tourette's. Could be. No, we're being nice to Bill. I fucked up. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm really sorry. Let's see. Electric Ninja. Ted Cruz went after Meta in 2023 over using its recommendation system to promote CP material on Instagram. He may be a little neocon, but he's not a pedophile. I didn't know that. And see, that's the thing. I don't think that most of these people are wrong all the time. I think sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, and I like to be able to call them on it. I'll tell you, I always agree with Brandon Herrera. I always agree with Anna Paulina Luna. She's incredible. There are certain people I always agree with, but they're few and far between. Deadly Hippie Adventures, was he quoting someone else's statement when he said that? It seemed pretty clear that he had already said something else before. What he said before is that we need to stop murder, we need to stop rape, we need to stop attacking pedophiles. I think it was a slip of the tongue. It was just real weird, bro. It was a real weird slip. Ace, thank you so much. Dave Jensen, just like your style, stay safe. Thank you so much, Dave. Huge love and respect to you, my guy. Dominar said, shout out to Bill. Bill. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry. I hope you forgive me, Bill. We love you, buddy. Unwanted Ghost said, sorry to Bill. Please forgive us. We know not what we did, Bill.
I've seen, like, long versions of this. Not the whole thing. Maybe at some point it comes up as like a... previously on Dragon Ball Z, I said this, but meant that. Maybe, but I haven't seen that. I checked both of his Twitter accounts, because apparently he's got two, and he posts, like, 8 times a day, and he hasn't uttered a peep about him saying to stop attacking pedophiles, that we should come together to stop attacking pedophiles.
Thank you to everybody in the chat who's showing Bill love. I hope he didn't leave because I was a dick. I'm sorry, Bill. I hope you're seeing all the love. I truly hope you're seeing how many people are sending you love right now. And let's see. Hold on. Where was that? Necro Reaper said, I get my hat on Friday. I can't wait. I don't know which hat you got, homie. I don't know if you got the Make Pedophiles Afraid Again hat or if you got the Wood Chipper 2028 hat, but I'm so honored that you be rocking the hat with us, man. Big love and respect. I'm really nervous because I don't see Bill saying anything, and I feel like I was a dick to Bill for no reason, dude. And now I feel super bad. I feel super bad for being a dick to Bill. We love you, Bill.
So
Billy,
maybe there's a chance that's what he actually believes. It's not that far-fetched. Just look at how the current administration handles everything in regards to Epstein, jumping around from lie to lie.
You guys, Bill is still here. We love you, Bill. Fuck yeah! Thank you, Bill. Thank you for being understanding. Bill's cool as fuck, dog. I would kick it with Bill on the streets, man. Bill's cool as fuck. That's dope.
To lie about, oh, the Epstein files, they aren't real. The Epstein files, no, they were on my desk, but they're also not real. Also, there's no, the new thing, there's no credible information that Epstein trafficked minors to others. That's
retarded. Like, weapons grade, clinically, like, grand mal seizure retarded, bro. Come on, Texas Soldier, don't... I know I was a dick to Bill, bro. I feel bad about being a dick to Bill. Bill's still here. He's not super mad at me. He might be kind of mad at me. But he knows I didn't mean it. I've apologized. What more can I do, brother?
There were no clients. There's no list. Also, Maxwell gets moved from a prison to a fucking summer camp, basically. So maybe Ted Cruz is just going full mask off, saying, like, all right, enough is enough. Can we stop attacking pedophiles? The Epstein files are never coming out. Like, maybe that's what was on his mind. All in all, it's a pretty interesting strategy here from old Ted Cruz. The think about the pedophiles approach. Why won't anyone think of the pedophiles' feelings? No one's considering that. Stop being mean to pedophiles. Can we all come together and agree on that? Holy shit. It's unbelievable, man. Anyway, I just had to show you this. That's really about it. See ya.
Yeah, that was crazy work, man. Ted Cruz really slipped up there. That was nuts. What do you guys think? Now that we've watched it together, do you think Ted Cruz meant to stop attacking pedophiles? Stop murder, stop rape, stop attacking pedophiles. Leave them alone. Think about their feelers. Pedophiles aren't people. Hi, Bill t-shirt. Bro, we love you, Bill. And I love each and every one of you guys, man. Dominar said, shout out to Bill. Huge shout out to Bill. Bill's a G. CC said, saw you showed up on Nick Shirley's Portland video. Yeah, man. And I've got a lot more footage of me and his interactions on my video that'll be coming out tomorrow. There's a lot going on in that video. It's crazy. There needed some extra editing because my editor didn't realize that there was one person that actually came back and asked not to be in the video. So I had to have him amend that, because if somebody speaks to me and then they don't want to be on it before I post it, I want to respect that. Once it's posted, you're fucking burnt. Don't come to me afterwards, after it's up, and be like, hey, take your video down, because I'll tell you to go fuck yourself sideways. But when somebody comes to me before it's posted and they're like, hey man, please don't post that. I regret something that I said or something. I'm not trying to put nobody in no bad situation, bro. So we had to go and edit that out. There was also a couple things that I was concerned would actually get me, get my whole community taken down, bro. Because some of the things were pretty violent. You know, you can hear my voice get more fucked up after I got a whole throat full of pepper spray, pepper gas from down there. It's wild. Munchie said, it's not the size of your chipper, it's how you stuff it. And it'll fit. If it shits, it fits. Just put a little spit on that thing and shove it on in, my guy. I love you, bro. Lito the boss. Why are so many men scared to be men? Why be a man when you could chop your dick off and be stunning and brave? You know what I'm saying? People will applaud you if you chop your dick off and say you're stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. You can be Woman of the Year. I don't know, bro. It's beyond me. Ace said, lovely man, so much. My last Cash App, $2. Ace, thank you so much. Big love and respect to you, homie. And Natalie, I appreciate your support. Trev said, oh, he retracted it. I guess he didn't want me to read it. I was about to read it. Thank God the Foo Fighter looking dude video is over. Oh shit. He does. Penguin Zero does look a little Dave Grohl-ish, right? Like if Dave Grohl, like back in the day though, like when he was malnourished, like when he was a starving artist, not now when he's very well fed. Trev said, JD, do you think it was Antifa spray or Fed spray that you inhaled? And if that's true, is there any difference? I've definitely got that Fed spray before. So I've definitely had that Fed spray before. What it was law enforcement, I don't know if it was, I think it was ICE agents came out and started shooting people with pepper balls. And that was part of what I don't think I can put in my video. But when they shoot those pepper balls, that shit goes everywhere, dog. That shit goes everywhere. So I definitely got some up in my shit, bro. And you can hear me coughing, and you can hear me having some problems. Bill said, Bill, the Florida Irish wood chipper stuffer. Bill. We love you, Bill. Again, I'm sorry, Bill. I was a dick. So I love you guys. I'm going to jump off stream. It's a little bit late here. I just wanted to jump on and talk about the possible impending shutdown. We should know pretty soon. I guess it's supposed to shut down at midnight. I don't know if that means our toilets aren't going to work. I don't know if that means my microwave's going to explode. Probably not shit going to happen. And by tomorrow, we'll wake up and they'll have sucked each other off and figured out a new way to fuck the American people, because that seems like what happens every single time. Evie said, how close were you to knocking a mofo out? I was concerned about myself, but I was more concerned about my friends that are combat veterans who were very, very equipped for the situation because people were pushing all the wrong buttons. I also knew that there were snipers on the roof. So if somebody attacked somebody, I was concerned as to where it might go. From those of you who saw Nick Shirley's video, they green and red dotted a motherfucker. Really, it was a sketchy situation. I was concerned that we were going to escalate something to where somebody was going to get hurt. And that's why I didn't stay the whole night like Nick did. I never intended to stay the whole night either. I had a long drive back home to Eugene, and we had a kid who was going to school in the morning. So I had to be up early in the morning, but I would have probably stayed a little bit longer if things hadn't escalated so quickly and gotten so fucking crazy. Natalie said, I think he meant to say stop protecting pedophiles. I would hope that no one in our government would just straight up say, think of the pedophiles, leave them alone. I would definitely hope. It's Chip said, do you think we will see military intervention in Portland? And do you think we will see a major escalation in Antifa activity when it comes to violence now that they are listed as a terrorist organization? I can tell you that I do not believe that Antifa is going to slow down, stop operations, de-escalate in any way, shape, or form. I think that you're going to literally have to take these people and get them off the streets. These people are retarded, and they've been absolutely canonized towards violence and lawlessness. I absolutely 100% think that this is going to be a bad deal, and I'm expecting it to escalate. If the feds don't step in, it's not going to get any better because Oregon refuses to do anything about it, man. Just hands down, flat out. Starvos, what's up, homie? JD, let me know if the wood chipper is down for service. I have a spare reefer traveler we can use for PDFs. We'll run it at 20. Hell yeah, brother. Love you, man. Cece, Nick asks the questions that need asked. He does, man. Nick is an incredible journalist. I was texting with him today. I absolutely love that dude. You know, we asked Nick if Nick wanted us to make sure he got out of there safe, and he was like, nah, I'm good, homie. They seem to be after you, not me. And then they came after him after we left, which is what I was worried about. But that dude is pretty fearless. Much love and respect to Nick. Waylon Spencer, do you have a favorite recipe you made in prison that you still think about today? My Thai food, man. I would get some ramen. I would get some meat stick. I would get some honey. And I would get some of the chili sauce. And I would make like and a bunch of peanut butter. And I would make a peanut butter, spicy, sweet Thai shit that I really enjoyed. It wasn't that good, but it was good for in there. Dominar said, say goodbye to Bill, JD. Goodbye, Bill. We love you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. No Quarter said, why ask why? Just wood chip. Wood chip them all and let God sort it out, bro. Nate's Memes, wanted to meet you and Nick, but I don't want to play with Antifa. I had multiple people come down there just because they knew I was going to be there to meet me. And it was funny because One dude was super fucking chill, man. Shout out Grumpy Knuckles. He came down there to meet me, and he was a black dude, and while they're chanting at me, Nazi, Nazi, fascist, Fed, Nazi, this black dude comes through with dreads, and he's like, what's up, JD? I came down here to meet you. I'm like, what's up, bro? Hug it up. And I'm hugging it up with them, and they're like, oh, well, that doesn't fit our narrative. Yeah, because you're fucking retarded, bro. And your narrative is bullshit. I literally went down there with the best intentions. I literally went down there and wasn't disrespectful to not a single person until the very end when they were getting really wild. I started blowing them kisses. That was it, man. I wasn't there to start shit. I was there to try to give them a voice and to observe and see what was going on and see if there was middle ground that could be found. And I've come to the conclusion that no, they are domestic terrorists and there's no middle ground that can be found. They have to be taken off the streets. Ghost Rider, Wood Chipper Cleanup Fund. Love you, Ghost Rider. V said, Bill said y'all need to talk. I don't know if anyone saw. Big love to Bill. I didn't see that. Bill said, thank you, Van Dam, for trying. Bill, hit me up on Insta, brother. DM me on the gram. Del Phil said, why haven't we seen a more decisive action on Antifa? Because our government is being pussies and they're not doing shit. I expected them to be down there actually doing something, and we didn't see really any fucking action happening at all. Alien X, I literally had a dream where you were the owner of a cash for gold business and you helped me throw the guy that was sexually harassing me at work in prison. I know it's weird, but I had to share. Well, I'm glad that if I was in a dream, it was in a good context. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump off here, go get some dinner finally at almost 9 o'clock and spend some time with the family. But thank you for being with us tonight. Till the next one, it's always one love, baby. Be good or be good at it.